Not much, man. How you doing?
Not bad, not bad. Played a good couple hours of beach tennis this morning.
Oh, see, I like that about where you are
My,
geographically located. That's nice to get up in the morning and do that.
oh hell yeah.
The time zone is good for you.
Oh right, 'cause it's still dark over where you are.
Oh yeah.
Got it.
I don't even let the dogs out until the sun comes up.
I was about to sing "Who Let the Dogs Out," then I realized how big of a fucking herb I would have been, so I didn't do it. I saved you.
You saved all of us.
Okay, so let's check on you. Okay, let's start that virtual camera of yours.
I did start it.
You did.
Yep.
Huh. Ah. Okay. Ah. Okay. So I have to do that. View. Follow host. No. Hide. There we go. Perfect.
Working?
Yeah, you're good to go.
Cool.
All right, let's fly with this for now.
So here's a question for you.
Ah, damn, you froze again.
Damn, really?
Yeah. So you're not streaming. You just did the start virtual camera. That's it.
That is correct.
Shit. 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 I just saw your mouse freeze on the screen there
I
too. What is up with that? Okay.
don't know.
All right, let me check. Yeah, because your zoom is totally fine. Ah, I see. So when I minimize the zoom, it freezes on my end. Okay, okay. So that just means I can't minimize the zoom here. That's fine. That is fine. Nope. Yeah, that's fine. Did you just change something on your end?
I'm just clicking on my web tabs.
Okay.
Does that screw things up?
Yeah, so when you click, do that again.
Okay.
Let's see if it changes anything. Nope, you're fine.
Nothing yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're fine.
I think what happened was I pressed there's a key on a keyboard that lets me get a view of like everything, every application that I have open.
Right.
So I was pressing that key. So I won't toggle that way. I'll use a
Yep.
different way to toggle.
Yep. So we're gonna have to do your screen again because now we can't see the shit you have, the shit you got going on. So it looks it like the layout looks fine, but the the resolution looks like shit.
The
So we had
resolution
a
looks.
so we had a better resolution yesterday. So now tonight what we'll do is after the close what we'll do is go back over your OBS and let's do it together. That way we can make sure the resolution is tight.
Okay. And then the other question I have for you is because I've got these different accounts on different
Sure.
CPUs.
Sure.
I don't know how, and I don't run IB on, I don't run any trading platforms on this CPU. I mean, I could pull up like a shitty little account
Yeah.
and put it here,
Well, what
but
we
I've
can do is just pull up the web browser of one of those accounts, and then
okay,
just grab it from OBS. So you're just gonna have it on your PC somewhere. We'll grab it from
okay,
OBS and then pop it in
okay,
there. So we'll do that this
okay,
evening too.
okay. All right, sounds good.
All right, bueno dia, mi gente. Let me know if you can see us and hear the screen. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Um, as you can see, we got a little gap down here this morning after that program. That program down at the close yesterday was hilarious. There's a couple news items here to talk about here this morning. But again, let's make sure you guys can all. There's a couple news items here to talk about. And see the screen first. Let me know, guys. Where y'all at? Where y'all at?
So I went home with some Tesla last night, and obviously, what I'm going to be, it was just a 10 lot. It's the this week's 260 call
Oh, you
from
had to. You had to.
the,
Did you
I
see
know.
all that fucking buying yesterday in that shit?
Yeah, so I mean, what I'm going to look at
Really?
here is today, if they dip it, I'm going to look to see if I can get a hold of it. But I'm also thinking maybe I scalp the puts off of the open. We'll see what they do.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't looked at the gap here this morning, but guys, for the folks here who haven't seen it quite yet or who aren't members of the Steam Room, let me go ahead and show you some of the flow yesterday in Tesla. So if we take a look, let's just click on Tesla here and let's see what we see. So you can see all this was for Tesla yesterday. All right, and it started right off the open, and they bought the 300s. They bought a lot for January and March next year for 300s. They even bought fucking weeklies, 260s, 270s. Um, there was a good, what was there? There was a good 14 million, in just straight bull flow. And again, this was Wall Street Jesus tagging certain orders. Obviously, there was a lot more than this. There was a couple that was really interesting. Next week's $2 million for 262 and a half. Now, if you look at the fucking price of these things, I think they close at like $6 or something. Like their price is absurd for some of this shit. And I personally think, and Ronchero, correct me if I'm wrong here, or let me know if you feel the same way. I personally think the best way to trade stuff like this, where it's almost obvious that we're going higher, is kind of waiting for them to wash out some premiums a little bit first, and try to sit there and wait, be patient, and see if you can get like a 2 3 point pullback where or sometimes even more, where you can get a steep discount here on those calls. You're probably not going to get as steep as you want to, but something, you know what I mean? Just running out there and buying 100 lot at the highs, it doesn't seem like the highest. It doesn't seem
Yeah,
like
no,
the
I'm with you on that, which is why I'm also thinking, am I quick enough? Am I nimble enough to scalp, I don't know, a 25 or a 50 lot to the downside? Or can I go from this little 10 lot to like 100 to the other side?
right,
So I'm kind of caught in limbo on that right now.
right, right. Which one are you going for, by the way? You're in the 260s?
Currently, it's the 255 put. I thought, no, sorry, hang on. September 8th, 260 call from 308
From
is the
308.
10 lot.
Okay. Okay. Those things close at like $6, no?
No. They closed at like 310,
Ah,
and
okay.
early indication shows me down $300.
Oh, right, because IB does the early indication
Yeah.
thing or whatever. Um,
Yep.
okay, so again, let's make sure we take a look at the premiums on the Tesla today. That's going to be something to focus on. All right, let's take a look at some other news. Something I thought that was interesting here. This news came out with the Apple. They're saying China ordered government officials and employees to not use the iPhones. Um, again, supposedly there's some breakthrough in Huawei's latest smartest phone. I don't know. I think that's the reason for the gap down here this morning on the Apple. You guys know I tried to shoot for a put on Apple yesterday and didn't get anywhere. If you take a look at it again today, I don't know. Maybe I'll give it another shot today. We'll take a look at this one and we'll see how it trades under 188. Another name I've been really looking at, and a couple of names I've been really looking at, is the Disney and the Comcast and all that shit. Have you been watching these, Ron Chara?
Disney is a piece of shit.
It
I
really
don't know
is.
why
Yeah.
you would touch that.
Well, I'm thinking long-term put status, like it's just
Oh, okay.
going to 75 type thing, and then selling calls against it kind of thing every time it pops, because this thing just drags everything down. Comcast had a horrible day yesterday. If you take a look at Comcast, I think it's even gapping down today as well. And then all of these things, the WDB as well, or WBD, this thing doesn't look that hot either. Disney, I think we might see $80 here. The low from when that news came out about the ESPN deal or whatever that they pulled off the table, the thing was like at around 80 and a half. So this thing might be a decent short today. I don't know. We'll take a look at this one. Um, on the Disney there too.
I mean,
Yep,
if you break the lows, you can absolutely make an argument to me for 45. But
right.
the only thing in the way is earnings, but that's not until November. So yeah,
Right.
I like a longer term put play on this.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds good. Other than that, what do you got? What are you up to over there?
So my long term is Amazon and also Costco. So my Amazon leap, the break even on the leap is basically right here. So I this is a small account. My intention is to build it to a 10 lot. It's currently a 2 lot. I missed adding to it on the 50, but if it pulls back to like the 21 day, it bounced right off of the 8 yesterday. So I had a long scalp on it yesterday, which was nice. And then if it pulls back again to like the 21-day EMA, that's a big picture 50% retracement on the fib, and then the 50-day moving average, I definitely want to consider adding there. And then Costco is in the bigger account, also a leap. And I want to try and add Costco if it can consolidate and hold in this area because it's starting to bounce back up again. And I'm looking for it to take out the 565 area over time. I've got like a year's worth of time on Costco right now.
Hmm. Hmm. Those things have been trading well, right? I mean, the
Yeah, but
Walmarts and the Costcos and all that.
it's chunky. Costco's chunky. The bid ask spreads are really difficult to work with. There's not a lot of liquidity there, so
Hmm.
I have to pick my spots where I'm going to either add and or write against it. It's not as simple as something that's way more liquid like an AMD or a Tesla or an Amazon.
Yeah. Um, Meta here, if you take a look at Meta here this morning, Meta is actually gapping up. I think that Google is also gapping up as well. Despite the fact the market is lower,
Well,
which I
see, the Qs don't look as bad as SPY.
right, right, indeed, indeed, and IWM is also up uh, as well, which is interesting. Now there was some news on the Roku yesterday. I don't know what that was. Let's pull that up right now.
Nice gap.
But that looks pretty juicy right there.
Jordan.
Let's let's take a look. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the news here. Roku to cut about 10% of its workforce as it ups quarter sales expectations and share soar. So it's guidance here. Um, I mean, 10% of its workforce, so that's 360 people. That's not I mean, we sound like an asshole saying that's not that many. Some lady told me like how many people died. Like there was some big accident here in Puerto Rico. It was like a dirt racing event, and this one car just freaking went straight off the road and then just drove into mad people. And she was like, "How many people died?" She's like, "Only one." All right, it doesn't matter. And
Oh,
it's fucked up to say it, you know. But then you start thinking about it, and you think about it in the context of what the world cares about, right? It's like if one person dies, let's say somewhere in, you know, I don't know, could be in fucking Mexico, like nobody hears about it. You know what I mean? So in that context, like I understood why she said it, but at the same time, I'm like, all right, we should probably keep our mouth shut. Even though we're here live stream. What do you guys think? If you guys hear an event, if you guys hear a big disaster, like let's say a hurricane or something like that, where people die, what's the number of deaths that makes you actually stand up and listen? It's a fucked up question, but let's see what you all have to say. Drew is asking you, Ranchero, about PayPal.
what specifically about PayPal?
I don't know. He just said PYPL
Yeah,
Ranchero
hang on.
question
Let
mark.
me pull it up. So I've tried PayPal with a leap in the past. Did not go particularly well. The technicals on it are not fantastic. So if you get an upside pop right here, maybe you get to the 50, which is like 66 and a half ish, and maybe you get some more push to the upside, but technically everything is still keeping a lid on the price from getting higher. If you like it long term, wait until you get my suggestion is to wait until you get the bigger moving averages underneath the price. Then at least you have more of a fighting chance, and you're not going to be frustrated waiting for those averages to get underneath the price to try and support it. It's a hard trade unless you're just scalping it.
Yeah. Let's see. Any life lost to bullshit suck? Yeah, I agree. Nabil, what's up? Drew said, thank you for that. Lucci AMC reverse plate gave more meat on the bone, down 13% today. Man, you know what? I fucked up with that one, man. I should have been all hands on that shit. Whoa. What was the news that came out at 8 fucking 15 on this shit? Oh man, this thing is fucking toast, bro. Any pop, this it's locate 100,000 shares every day. Wait for the pop and short it. AMC plunges on 40 million share sale plan following ape unit settlement. You know, and again, it's a shit show here with these two, ApeCoin and fucking what up. But what a genius who created these creative financial ways to just for these companies to stay alive and to stay making money and all that kind of stuff. Um, I've just been informed we have like 90 people coming to the office tonight for this event, which is a lot of fucking people. Um, I got to prepare for all that kind of stuff. Folks, every Wednesday we have a free event here at Trade Space where everybody can just kind of come and get some free game and talk some shit, drink some beers, share war stories and all that kind of stuff. So if you guys are ever in PR, Wednesdays Trade Space is the place to be. Bruce is saying, can you virtually attend? Negative. Um, maybe, maybe at some point. That is a good idea. Definitely. We got to do that. Ismael is saying, bendiciones desde Barcelona. Bro, ¿cómo están en Barcelona? ¿A qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es ahí? What is it? What is it? 12 hours ahead over there, Ranchero? What is it over there?
It's 6:22 a.m. Pacific time.
Well, that's where you are. What is it in Barcelona?
Oh fuck, I don't know.
Well, you were just
Plus
in.
eight.
I thought you were just in. Oh no, you were in other shit. I thought you were in Italy for some reason.
No, I was in Mexico City. A few weeks ago, I was in London.
Okay, so what time is it over in London?
I think it's plus eight.
+8. There you go. +8. 6 hours ahead. That's what Joseph was saying. Santi, what's going on? How's everybody doing? Bring us some ideas here. What ideas do you got? UG Front is saying best idea today. BKNG short. I haven't even looked at this fucking thing. I don't even want to fucking look at it. Jesus, BKNG short. He's saying, yo, I forgot about that Lulu, man. You seen this Lulu, Ranchero?
Yeah, it's on my radar.
It kind of
And
looks like a Boeing, right? Meaning that it consolidated for such a long time, and then you had some news just pop it out of the range. This thing could keep rolling.
yeah, I mean, you had earnings on the 31st, right? So and it is in a breakout type of scenario because you're right, it did break out of a channel that it's been trading in for a long time. It dates back to March of 23.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So yeah, I do like this, and I wanted to wait until earnings. Thank you for bringing it up. I have an
Okay.
alert set on it, but it's way the hell up there at 425. I mean, if it breaks out here, you got. I mean, that those are big numbers on Lulu, and you can make a lot of money fast if you're in the right place at the right time.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I'm gonna keep up the Nvidia. I'll keep up the Tesla. I want to watch the Roku. What else? What else? What else? Obviously, I still have the Google long. I'm long Bank of America, which absolutely fucking sucks right now. Hoping for a miracle on that one. Still long XOM, but I rolled. Beige book is today. It's not brown. It's not cream. It's somewhere in between.
That's a very
It's
nice singing voice.
it's the beige book. CRM,
I,
somebody's talking about. Somebody also said a nice setup on that UPST. I was trading this UPST last week looking for like a move to like 35. This thing, if it gets going, you could have a lotto shot on this thing. So let me know. Keep me posted on that UPST. I thought AMD was super strong yesterday. Um, After the news came out on whatever the hell that news came out with Nvidia. I think there was some news that came out on AMD, Nvidia, or something like that. Somebody find the news that hit on that AMD yesterday. AMD is a wild one. Um, Other than that, what else you guys got? Um, 3 p.m. you got Fed speak, but it's not Powell. AMD is up because of Lisa. Who the fuck is Lisa? Is she cute?
no, she's not.
What's up with Lisa? Lisa's not cute.
She's a CEO.
She not cute. Oh, oh, that's the CEO. My bad. I mean, she is cute. If she's worth $1 billion, she cute.
Oh, good. Yep, good call.
She cute. You know.
That AMD did get a ton of buying, so I would also consider AMD on pullbacks to see if they're going to come back and buy. You could look at next week's at the monies if they come back for it because there was a shitload of buying and it did poke its head above the 50, but it's normal to when you break above the 50 at least for the first time in a while to have traders flip stock to the people that are chasing for a quote unquote technical breakout. That's normal. So if they come back to buy it and make another run at the 50, you might have something. Otherwise, it's until they prove it otherwise, it's still resistance, a resistance area.
Yeah.
You're going to find sellers there until they can force them to flip to the other side. I don't know how deep the well is, but AMD is as liquid as the sea.
Hmm. Hmm. Shit ton of 135 December call buying in AMD yesterday. Let me tell you guys something. If this fucking AMD, when this AMD, and by the way, they're gonna do it when nobody is watching, when nobody is watching, when the least amount of people are sitting here watching this thing. When this AMD goes back over 115 or something like that, it's gonna explode and it's gonna do it all in one motherfucking day. And everybody's gonna be looking at it just with their mouths fucking wide open. Remember, I said this shit. Anybody who's buying that 135 December call buy, there's December calls. I mean, it's enough time, but you're gonna need time. Airbnb obviously yesterday was a nice trade. We'll see if it holds up today. Other than that, man, keep an eye on some of these bonds too. Keep an eye on bonds and oil, just in case they got an effect here on the indexes. Let's watch this
Fucking
Meta. Microsoft was fucking juicy yesterday, but
yeah.
again, you know.
Same thing, poked its head above the 50, right?
Oh,
And
you know what else was hot? This fucking Pinterest yesterday. Did you see this Pinterest yesterday? It was up like a point and change here.
are you still along that name?
I mean, in my daughter's account, the daughter's
Oh yeah.
retirement. Yeah, so I'm just
You know,
sitting on
you
it.
know, technically I like it. It's got all the averages underneath the price and
Mm,
it's all starting to, curl up. So I mean, I think you're in a good spot on this thing.
yeah, yeah. So if I can long-term shot, we'll see what happens. All right,
Yeah.
guys, 2 minutes here to the open.
Oof.
Let's get it together here. Yeah. Other than that, I'm gonna watch the Apple off the open here. Keep an eye on Tesla and Nvidia. Keep an eye on SPY, of course, and then see where they rotate to, and see if they pick it up. Remember, SPY could sell. I mean, you know, we still haven't got a clean sell day. SPY could, and if so, what do they come in and sell? So I think I'm gonna write some calls against these long positions that I got, and just wait around and see here. That's pretty much my game plan. What's going on in small cap world, guys? You got anything juicy over there in small cap world? What you got? What you got? Somebody's talking about this EZGO. Look at this dog shit, Ranchero. Look at, look at this dog shit. Fucking
I mean,
doof.
I have respect for the guys that trade this stuff. I can't do it.
Verb here for small cap. Yeah, check out this one. Verb here, 60 cents to 380. Whew. ICCT, is this thing still in play? All pop sell. This thing hit six and change in a pre-market. Wow. So when I was with the Clover Trading boys in New Hampshire here, that thing went to 18, $20. Whew. What's that VFS doing? 26.
All right, here we
All
go.
right, here
Let's
we
see if
go,
I'm going to be
guys.
able to short this Tesla.
Alrighty.
Or are they going to bounce it? Because I'm already behind on this thing. So if
Yeah.
they don't come in to buy it, I've got to make some adjustments this morning.
Mm. Yeah, the one thing I wanted to do is see how these options open up on the Tesla. 262 and a half calls on Tesla. They opened up at 4.5, which is down about a point from where they closed. Alrighty, BAC down again. All right, let's take a look at the Google. Nothing. XOM. A little bit of a pop. Um, let's. I do also want to keep an eye on that Roku. Kind of an interesting name to take a look at. And then the Lulu there as well. So call them out, guys. Let us know if you got anything.
Tesla coming down here. Let's see if they're gonna come on, guys. This is it. Like because of there's so much buying yesterday,
Right.
I'm looking at this to see if I can add to it, but at the same time, I want to see if I can scalp puts. Like how much pressure will they put on?
Yep. Yo, Natalia, grítame cuando los números. Y... Wow. Wow. All right, so we got some heavy shit then. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and queue up some sell calls here because I gotta start hedging this book of mine. But I'm just gonna start light. I'll sell 50 of the 4510s on SPX here. Watching Apple here, they're bid on Apple.
Hmm.
Meta here is holding the gap for the most part. Google, not so much. XOM, whatever. Okay, UPST 34 on the UPST. Who's long and which ones do you have? All right, I want to wait for a little bit of a dip. Thanks, guys, for calling this one out. I'm a little late, clearly, on this one, but they might choose today on a sell day to run this kind of shit. Let's take a look at the 35 calls and see what they're trading. They are trading 90 cents. There's about 200 contracts traded so far, nothing much. I'm going to buy a 10 lot just to fuck around. Where is Apple? We are. Where is Harvey Dent? Um, I'm just going to go ahead and sell 100 of the.
Yeah, I bought a 25 lot of Tesla this week too, 52 and a half puts,
Nice.
looking for it to
Nvidia
flush
just
out.
washed out. Okay. How do I see the shared screen? Here we go. CM está positivo, Natalia. What the fuck? Ajá. ¿Y el secundario dónde estamos? Cero. Okay. Today's the day. Today is the day. Christian Rodriguez. Yep, Ranchero's going to be on with us every single day now. Um, where's that Roku? 94 and a quarter. This is pre-market highs on the Roku. Let's watch this fucking UPST, man. Let's take a look at the tape on this UPST. I mean, this is a while since we've seen it up here. I think you need the market to help you out a little bit here. If you notice the Apple, remember under 188. This is kind of the area that we were looking at yesterday. You know, I don't know if I would short this outright. You know, some interesting stuff here though. Where's that Tesla? How you doing on that Tesla there, Ranj?
So just scalping puts to try and pay for this 10 lot call position because I still want to see if they come back to buy.
95 on that Roku.
Think it's just a flush out. We'll see.
UPST, fresh highs, UPST, $35 on that UPST. The problem is if, man, you're gonna want to buy the wash here. They might just not give you one though. Is the problem? Where's that Meta? Meta went red. Okay. The Google also went red too. If you know what didn't go red is fucking Melly. Fucking stock. Dude, you see Spotify, man? You guys gotta look at
Yes,
Spotify, bro. That thing, they had a big washout, and they got a lot of people out of this thing, and it's rallied 30 points in the last 5 days. Fucking nuts.
I know.
Fucking nuts. Um, Let me pull up some Apple puts just in case. 187 and a half puts are going for $1. Let's see how weak SPY is and if we want to continue pushing lower.
Oh, I
Um,
don't want 1,000 of them.
what are we looking to get out at on this UPST, guys? Where are we looking to get out at on UPST? Serious question. Serious fucking question. ICC halted down. No love. No love. Natalia, we could have a situation where they sell tech stuff and sell like fat man shit, and they buy other stuff and they rotate to other shit. I'm gonna buy a fifth. I'm gonna buy a 50 lot of Apple. Are you short right now, Natalia? Okay. Okay. I bought 100 Apple puts. The 187 and a half. Drew is saying our out on UPST is 35.60. Why 35.60? Is that the a recent high? Do we care? Somebody's talking about IO and Q. Holy shit. Ronch, you gotta look at this one. This thing's been bid, man. You know, one of my boys has been fucking around with this one. All right, so there's two people saying 30. Oh, 36.50. My bad. 36.50. That's different. Um, XOM is green. FYI, oil is green. If you look at the banks, these things are still shit. Recent level of resistance on the UPST. Okay, there's another lows there on SPY. Remember, I got the short call, so those are looking pretty good. Drew is saying SPY 445 coming, long 50 contracts on the puts. Yeah, man, no doubt. Go for that. I kind of want to stick with the Apple, so I'm just going to stick with this one for now. UPST kind of holding in there. I'd like to buy some more, but I'm gonna wait. Riot, Mara, and all this stuff. What's BTC doing? Let's take a look at BTC. BTC 25.7. If we look at BTC here, so you guys can see 25.7 on the BTC. Ronchero, what do you got over there?
I'm still short the Tesla.
Yep.
Well, I'm short and long at the same time.
Yep. Nice hedge. You see, guys, this is what we need Ranchero for, by the way, because you have an idea, but you know your tape is going against you here, so you have other ways to kind of protect yourself. So he's one of the best to do it. So we're all here to learn. Um, let's take a look at that Apple. Remember, we got 100 lot of the Apple short. Apple puts here. This thing is at lows from yesterday. It's probably a good place to get out of some there, actually. Let me cover half of the Apple. I'll wait for another pop and short the other pop. Um, Now, remember, we also have our sell calls, and we have a lot more leverage. I suppose I could just Sell some more of those. Nice cover on the Apple. Let's take a look back at that UPST, almost back at highs. We're almost at 35. What's going on at 35? We just broke 35 on UPST. Let's see if they actually stepped a bit up. It looks like they just did. Let's see if they hold it and protect it. Nope. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. So you got a seller here at 35, somewhere around here. Let's take a look at that Apple again. We want to come back and add. Upwork.
So on the Tesla, if
Mm-hmm.
anybody's paying attention and uses anchored volume weighted average price, the current price that it just bounced off of
Mm-hmm.
is the anchored VWAP from the high, the most recent high on the 31st. So that's a spot where I would look for them to defend it. If it breaks, I'm looking at the 8, which is like 249.90.
Nice. Nice. Show of hands here. Who uses the AVWAP? The AVWAP. Meta here is back to green. XOM back over 114. JW is saying I do at times. Okay, now let's see how. Ah, shit. This Apple just cratered here. 187 on the Apple here. Ray Lang Gibbons. Nice pop on SPY here. Where is our UPST? 35.30. We're looking pretty good here. I only have. Shit, I only have 100 of these, though. Whatever. Um, shit. I wanted to get some more on that Apple. But is what it is. Where's that Tesla now? Yeah, they're holding this down. If you notice, the tape on the Fat Man names are pretty similar in the sense that they're holding them down.
Okay. Here comes a challenge. Let's see if they flush it out. If they do,
Hmm.
the 8 is very doable very quickly.
Okay. Roku here back to 93. We take a look at the chart on the UPST. UPST looks like it just phantom bid now. Where's that Pinterest? Remember from yesterday? It dumped everything from yesterday. This thing is such a fucking tough trade, man. All right. SPY shot back up. Let's see. IWM is up a point here. That should be good for banks, you would think, but it's not. But it is not. ARC is up. ARC is up. That would mean good for UPST. Chinese stocks. Okay. What's this Boeing doing? Absolutely nothing. XOM. Nice push on the XOM. We're long that, so that's looking good. Apple, we only had a 25 lot left, but it looks like it wants to get through 187. SPY looks pretty fucking strong. I would imagine we're pretty close to just reversing here. Apple just broke through. This was a good trade. I didn't have enough. I'm gonna cover the rest. I got none left now. I had 100, and I'm out completely on the Apple. But this could still continue to go. You might see 186 easy on this thing. I'm gonna look for another pop, maybe to short into. Now the question is should I sell more of the calls on SPX or just kind of hold? Let's take a look back at that UPST. What are we doing? UPST holding, so we don't really have a reason to do much here. What do you got over there, man? You long? Nothing? NVIDIA here just popped lows. Okay, there's your Apple pop. That's what we're looking for. Drew was talking
I'm
about the
out the Tesla
ICCT.
puts.
Okay, Ranchero is out the Tesla puts. If you take a look at the chart here, it just had a tick up. All right, what else you got? Also, you basically booked the profit on the puts. Now you still have your long position.
I want to see if they come back and buy here. If they come back to buy here,
You're gonna
I'm
add.
gonna go from a 10 lot to a 100 lot.
Yes, sir. That's my boy. All right, let's go
But
here.
right here at the VWAP, it's struggling. So I want to see what they do.
Yeah, let's take a look at the flow over here, guys. They've been buying some Google, which is good. We're already long this Google, right? I have a 200 lot long this fucking thing, right? Um, Yo, we can't be listening to fucking rap while we trade. Guys, what do you listen to when you trade? I can't listen to fucking rap. Like I'm listening to fucking Travis Scott. They put Travis Scott on here. I'm on Do Not Disturb. Is that what's going on? How the fuck do you take a phone off Do Not Disturb? Okay, there's your flush on Spy, which we knew was coming. Which we fucking knew was coming.
I
Um,
might re-engage on these Tesla puts again. It depends what they do here.
yep, yep. That's good to know. You're just ready to rock some herb on Twitch. Sade, Christian listens to Sade. You for real? Tesla lows there on the Tesla. I missed the re-entry on the Apple. You know what? I'm gonna re-enter right now though, because I like the tech continued sell theory. Another pop if I get on Apple, I will come in and
Okay, I just bought those Tesla puts back again, so I'm
yeah, I
I'm
like it.
scalping 100 lots here on it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I bought 100 of the puts on Apple. Okay, now we have a dip on UPST here. Who wants to buy it? Are we buying this dip? What are we doing here? I'll buy 25 for y'all. I'm doing it for y'all. See, this is what I do for y'all. What price did I get? 115. Option here just exploded.
Here comes the 8 on Tesla.
Yep.
If they don't hold it here, got problems. This
Yep.
100 lot on these puts is working very well right now.
Here we go. I got 200 lot on Apple. All right, so we're kind of messing around with both of these. All right, I'm going to add down here on the UPST 3470. Let's see what happens there. I kind of want to add some more sell calls for SPX, but I will ease up on that. Apple, if I can get 186.5 off this, I'm good to go for a nice scalp. Nvidia just fresh lows. Bruce is saying only thing up is China stocks. Wow, yeah, look at Baba. Yeah, take a look at this Baba, guys. That's pretty impressive.
No, thank you, comrade.
All right, we're slowly working on the Apple here. Tick up on the option. Remember, we have 200 of these. Um, what happened to that Tilray, man? That Tilray was crazy yesterday, right? Any of you guys trade that shit? 250 on the Tesla. Let's see if it breaks.
All right, so now my Tesla calls are paid for.
Right,
So now I've got a lotto on that starter 10 lot.
bingo, bingo. Um, let's take a look back at that UPST. It's kind of trickling back up here. I got 150. Fuck it, I'll just keep it at 150. I kind of want 200, but fuck it. Meta here, red to green, over and over. If we take a look at the XOM, XOM still printing highs. Bank of America not doing much. IONQ, yeah, man, that IONQ, man, wild, wild. What's up with that Roku? Roku here, fade. 92 and change. So this thing's not doing much.
God, Tesla is just the gift that keeps on giving.
Man, so
If you,
now, if you guys like that swing from yesterday, now look at what you're doing, right? You don't have to pay what these guys were paying. If you look
yep.
at every single order that hit yesterday on Tesla, you're getting a much, much cheaper price. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just bought UPST Lottos, 39s for the end of the week. Comedy. Comedy.
All right, I can stop fucking with Tesla now because that call is completely paid for, and it's just a lotto now.
Yeah, somebody just bought some puts, 250, two and a halves, about a couple hundred grand on Tesla.
All right, let me take a look at this UPST. What are these guys all crazy about?
I mean,
Um,
it's nothing yet, really, but we'll
yeah,
see.
so I mean, on the UPST, the 21 is at 36. So these guys calling out 36,
Right,
they're right from a technical standpoint.
right. Tesla fresh lows.
Go Tesla, go!
Whew. She loves to do this, man. She
Oh
fucking
yeah,
loves it.
if you're willing to do what I just did,
Right,
you can do fine on Tesla day to
right,
day.
right, right. You also got to focus on not getting too heavy too,
Right.
too early. I'm gonna start on 270s for the end of the month on Tesla, just because I
Yeah, I
like,
mean this is the right spot to
yeah,
try it.
yeah, I like being able to dip by this. I'm gonna dump the Apple, all the puts that I have on Apple. Nice pop on SPY. UPST right back to highs. You know what I mean? So that's good fucking tape right there. That's good tape right there. I'm gonna go ahead and make it a 200 lot straight.
The thing is on the UPST, don't expect that tape to look the same way tomorrow because
Sure.
they can just go to shit in a heartbeat.
Indeed. 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 It's an illiquid tape too.
Yep. Where are we at on the Amazon? Now Amazon bouncing nicely off of the 8 again.
Yeah, if you take a look at Google, Google looks pretty much the same. Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna add some Google swing.
Where am I on this Costco?
Natalia, what do you
Like,
got here? Notice now all the fat man is green. ¿Qué tú
yeah, it's
querías hacer?
flipping.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Microsoft right at a spot. If they can pop this here,
Mm-hmm.
good looking spot. Boeing is in trouble.
Yeah, man.
Get me back to writing condors on Boeing, please. Oh, Lockheed's having an issue today too.
you're almost you're almost there, to be quite honest, on that Boeing.
Lockheed Martin trims F-35 jet delivery outlook 16 minutes ago, and it's getting hammered. So Boeing's sympathy.
Ah, interesting. I'm gonna cover.
Costco slipping. Netflix still up. Not a bad spot to consider a right. And if it doesn't work, you flip on it for direction. But I like the idea of writing against it here. Looks tired. We're taking a pause.
Yeah, that UPST is kind of crusty here.
Mm-hmm. And when they pull the rug on it,
Yeah, yeah. There's no
it'll
fun.
it'll it'll be a vacuum.
Yeah, there's no bid to get out on.
CRM had a nice pullback to close to the 8/50, and they bounced it. So anybody who was trying to trade for the gap on CRM got slapped with the fish. This CVNA, I'm telling you, with as much money that went to work in it, you got to pay attention, especially if they come back with sweepers. And it's not that expensive. SPY bouncing off the 8. Q's barely a dip in the Q's.
Yeah, yeah,
All right, Tesla's back to the 8 again.
yep. This Apple too. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna.
I think good places to write, like in my opinion, now with this bounce, I think I start looking at rights. And if the rights don't work, I can flip and go directionally.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the confidence that we're gonna dump, and I don't have the confidence that we're gonna go.
This is why we write.
Exactly. Exactly.
Is shop still hanging in there?
Good question. Let's take a look
Oh,
at
look
Chop
at
and
that.
Melly. Oh
Look
shit.
at that.
This is a long swing. Just like Melly. And Shop could be even more explosive than Melly, considering now at this point where it is. XOM just kind of faded back here. Banks look like shit. That apple, man. Should I be short again? I don't know. I think I missed it though. I think I missed it. I can't short down here on the apple.
So if you're playing Tesla, I don't think, in my humble opinion, you want to play this week. I think you want to play next week because they're just going to grind the premium out of this week's.
Hmm. You're getting people buying both sides of Tesla puts. The apple here just hit a low. Fuck. 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 Fuck.
Well, there's
Gents,
Apple puts on the board, right?
Jansen is saying this is a great help. Thanks, Ronch, for joining us. So much value for people to see Ronch's approach in action. 100%. Fuck. There's my move on the apple. That's what I wanted.
Is it popping?
No, dump. Dumped.
They sprayed that with puts, yeah. Oh shit, breaking the 50. So the 8 is a target. What is that? 185.75?
Mm-hmm.
If they don't support it here,
Yeah.
they very easily could, right? That the 50 is an area where you'll start to see some defense.
All right. I'm gonna sit on hands here for a little bit because I don't want to shoot.
Um,
I don't want to shoot for anything. What are you guys up
I
to?
got I have an AVWAP question in the master course
Hmm.
room. Do you want me to talk about that?
Oh, it's up to you, man.
Okay. So I'm being asked by Ronan in the master course room. I've been messing with that anchored VWAP. Why did you anchor to that point on the 31st, or what time frame did you do it on? I don't see the high. I anchored to the earnings on July 19th and the low on August 18th. So it's a good question. Anchored VWAP is a useful tool if you know how and when to apply it and what time frame it applies to. So the reason that I anchored to the August 31st is because that's the most recent high. And what I'm looking for is short term trades on Tesla. So I use the daily chart, the most recent high, and I look at this little area as an area of, am I going to see buyers or sellers at that particular spot? So then what I do is I come in closer, like the 1 minute chart, and then I start to look for, is it going to give me an opportunity? For example, this is the VWAP. This is where I thought it could change. And look what happened. They sold it right on the VWAP again. They flushed it right down to another anchor that I used from the low. So those become areas of interest for me to look to see if there's going to be change in tape
Program
and if I
down.
can trade short term.
Program down here. This apple just tanked. Holy shit. What's the news here that hit 10 o'clock? ISM data here just hit. Bye bye.
Whew.
Bye bye.
Well,
That changed everything.
yep. Q puts on. Now I'm looking at these Q puts uh, as a scalp to the
My
downside.
fucking Apple was a smoke show, man. Motherfucking smoke show.
Oops, I don't want to use that one. So now that I've got a news event, I'm going to anchor to it and see if it holds up. And I'll look for buyers and or sellers in this little spot right here, 376.38.
Look at
So
the
then I'll come
Nvidia.
over to
Check out this
Apple on the tape.
Nvidia, man. This Nvidia just dropped out 5 points. This fucking Apple. That was the move right there. I missed it. Fucking
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this Apple tape right now. They're
fucking smoking this thing out, man.
sayonara.
Damn. I can't fucking jump in here. I gotta
Get to
wait.
the chopper.
I gotta wait. And it's most of the selling is all on the fat man. The fucking fat man. If you look at the UPST, this thing just gave up, obviously, too. Fuck. Fuck. I don't want to chase this either. Um, let's. What did they actually say? It's good data. More hikes. Yeah. I'm gonna wait this program shit out.
Damn, I should have held on to some of those Tesla puts, huh?
I mean, bro, everything just broke, and they all
Right?
sold the tech names.
That's
It
all right.
was
I still
it
had a
was
decent morning.
it was all tech here.
Look at
Liter-
that.
Literally all tech here.
This Tesla sweep, this guy paid 22.25 for the November 23 250 puts.
He paid $23 for that shit. What the fuck? Fuck is this guy?
he threw he threw 600K at it.
This was literally program selling on all the tech stuff. Like
Yeah.
literally, that's all it is. Like if you look at this, they just sold a basket of this shit. That's what it is. But that Apple, god damn, that was the one. What a fucking shot today. They went to 240, man. My entry was fucking buck and change here. You had all day to buy as many contracts as you wanted. They're still selling Nvidia here. Still selling Nvidia. And that shit looks bad. 472 here. Where's that Tesla? 4 to 246. So that's almost the whole move from yesterday, yo. That's almost the whole thing. Kind of interesting.
What a game.
What a fucking game. Look at the apples coming in now. They're buying 185s. They're buying the 187 and a half. That's the same strike that I was buying. Fuckers. You motherfuckers. Motherfuckers. Fresh lows.
Yep. Tesla crossing down. Woo, Jesus, look at that bad print on Tesla. Holy
Yep.
crap.
Yep.
That just ruined somebody's life.
They're still coming out of these things. Fresh lows on the apple.
Yeah,
That's
Dixie just spiked. Somebody mentioned, look at Dixie.
Dixie. What the hell is that? Oh, DXY?
Yep.
Fucking dollar. That makes sense. Where's the treasuries off that?
Hey,
Treasuries.
since when did the beige book become important again? Like it hasn't been important since I was a freaking rookie broker in 1992.
Huge program down on Apple. 315 now on those fucking puts, dude.
Ooh.
I'm gonna fucking. Oh no.
Apple, if it doesn't hold here, you got 183.60 as a target.
Yo, bro. At this point, I would even buy this and go for a fucking dip. It already rallied 50 cents here. Oh, oh, I feel like shit. New American said it's not the premium decays before 2 p.m. release. That's how you know it doesn't matter. Bruce is talking about JPM. Let's take a look at this one. Wow, interesting. Well, they need something to buy, right? They need something to buy.
Tesla, look for 240 and a half if they don't let up here. That's a little dramatic, but it's not out of the question. They will obliterate all of those buyers from yesterday. All right. So if anybody wrote Amazon, this is a good place to cover. And that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I just left 20 grand on the table. I never get it all, but damn it. It's not a bad place to consider a bounce trade.
Um, yeah,
Ooh, put
obviously,
seller on PZZA.
put seller on PZZA. Is that Domino's?
Papa John's.
Papa John's. Okay.
No, thank you.
New Americans talking about selling the puts down here. I think you're in the right. I think you're in the right timing for it because now you get the IV on them. You
Yep.
know, I mean, if you look at XLM, this thing didn't go anywhere. Four
Normal
four.
flush. Q's almost down to the 8.
Where's IWM? All right. Well, let's see if we continue printing lows. It's all dependent on this fat man stuff here. Natalia, what you got? Huh? Um, ¿Puede decirme el secundario dónde estamos?
So you know how everybody's been trading that super micro SMCI?
Yeah, yeah.
This is the type of day where when it pulls back to its technical level, which is at the 8 and the 21, this is the type of pullback you look for as an opportunity to get long. So if you get it long, you look at next week's, you ignore the bid ask spread, you buy it in the middle, you split the bid ask spread, and then you just hang on and look for a pop. And if you don't get it, you got to cover.
Hmm. Apple still paying here, still paying, still going lower here on the Apple. Fucking ridiculous.
Are you stuck in that?
No, no, I never got in.
Oh, okay.
I never got
That's
in.
a gnarly looking candle, by the way.
I never got in. It's a
That
fucking
is a failure.
yeah. I was in from the morning, literally. Couldn't stick it out. I didn't know ISM was coming out either. Um,
Yeah, I mean my Tesla puts went to $5
right,
without me.
right. And they retraced everything. So there's a lot
Yep.
of people ham boned in this thing, man. I mean, you think that's all? That's everybody from yesterday just screaming to get the fuck out. Meta's here down 3, and that was after looking pretty sweet off the open. Google, same thing. Very interesting.
Yeah, somebody's mentioning Roku. That's why I was saying when they gapped it up that far, that's why I was looking at that and I was thinking it's going to just trap. So I think you can still short that thing.
Which one?
Roku.
Oh, cuéntame, bro. Estoy trabajando, bro, so, así que ya tú sabes. Siéntate. ¿Qué necesitas? ¿Por qué? No voy a firmar eso. Sí. Oh, eso es en Do Not Disturb. Pero vamos a llamar a gestora. Ron's, take over for me real quick.
Yeah, yeah. All right, I'm watching Amazon here. This Roku, I like this Roku idea that you guys shouted out for a flush. I'm looking at this 86 and a half. If they just continue to put pressure on it, I mean, anytime I see a gap up on something like that, I immediately think to consider it for short because of it's just natural for people to look at that and say, gosh, I got this huge pop. I was a buyer somewhere, let's say 76, and I can get out at 94. And that's a normal spot to take some profits and then look to see if you can jump back in it. But I don't necessarily disagree with that to continue to short the Roku. Let me take a look at the tape on this thing real quick. And I don't see, I'm not seeing anything that indicates this is the spot where it's just going to bounce and recover. So I would be suspicious. I'd look at pops as opportunities to reshort on Roku. So if I want to come in and use some anchors on this thing just from the day standpoint. Here's the high of the day right here. So I'm going to anchor to that. And any pop up to that area, I would look at as a consideration as a re-entry. But I mean, that's a decent amount of room for a pop. So my consideration would be look at short or re-short here or below where it breaks. The other thing that I can do if I'm interested very short term is look at this little spike right here and see if I can re-enter here as well. So this is a 1 minute chart. I use it in combination with the tape to see if I can get an entry in a spot like that. So if I get up to this 91.56, I'm going to come over to the tape and I'm going to start looking 91.56 to see if I can find an advantage as an entry. And if I can't, I'll wait and see if I get up to this area. But if they just keep coming in and selling it, I've got reason to look at it and consider it as a short. And I mean, I would look at just today's. So the Roku, this week's 90s currently have 5,300 contracts traded. It's a wide bid ask spread. So you'd go in between, you'd split the mark and look for this thing to take out these lows. And then the target is going to be down here at this 86.75. But you know, right now with this much of a flush, you've got to have soft hands. You can't, you know, you've got to be using a little bit of intelligence. And now that you've got a low, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a green one here. And that, remember, this is all very, very short term, but this is where I'm going to look to see on the tape, can I find any kind of an anomaly that says, yeah, you can reshort here. So I'm looking for a good entry. The other thing I can do is in combination with tape is I can also take a look at my toss and I can look up the CCI and the RSI and see if this also lines up with those numbers being at their lows as well. So I'm just looking for as many clues as I can to give me a green light to short. But I've got to sit here and have some patience with it and see. Crypto Eraser telling me I wouldn't short Roku, short anything, but not Roku. Save your money. Okay, so here, now I'm starting to look for any clues in the tape. And if that's not the right spot, I wait and see if this one gets tested. But this looks like a decent area to consider a reshort. You remember, it's a scalp, it's a trade. I'm not wed to it. I'm looking to make some money, and that's it. So that's why, to me, entry matters. And if you don't get it right, if I don't get it right, I shut it down. So Crypto Eraser, I am saving my money with how I enter and how I exit. That makes a difference. Okay, so I'm in on the Roku from $1.47 on the 90 puts. If they save it here, I'll go out break even and I'll move on. Otherwise, I'm looking for them to take this low out and I'm going to come back to the daily and I'm going to look for a target down somewhere in this area. And it may or may not come, but I'm green on this trade and I won't go home red. So I don't even have to do anything to it at this point. So that's how you enter and exit a position when you're looking. You just don't short something out of thin air. You got to have a freaking method to how you're going to do it.
All right, I'm back, guys. What's going on, everybody? Um, I think after that aggressive move down, I would venture to say a lot of the easy money short is going to be tougher now, right?
Yep.
So if, you know, for example, if I'm looking at this Apple, you really got to pick your spots to try to pull a short off now. I mean, unless of course we start tanking again, which may or may not happen. Um, I like the short uh, vol trade down here um, on the hype shit. Saul was saying, Ron, can you read the tape on TradingView as well? Because I don't know how to enable it, and my broker doesn't provide it. It's just gamified crap. Um,
I don't use tape on TradingView. I use tape on Toss.
on good old toss.
And I don't watch. First of all, I think your tape on what do you use? Don't you use Fidelity?
What do I use? I use DAS. I'm on
Oh,
DAS.
okay.
Yeah, this is all DAS.
And again, guys, I'm using tape for its feel. It's a combination of
Yeah.
multiple things that I use. So I can look at the tape that I have up in the window, for example, on the Roku, but I'm also combining it with those other things that I just gave you. I mean, I just gave you almost a perfect entry on it for reshorting. And if this low breaks, I'm good to go. If it doesn't break, I'm out of the trade break even. So whoever was telling me to not short Roku and save your money, you don't know what you're doing. So just save the commentary and sit back and learn.
Bruce is saying I thought Centerpoint has tape in level 2 free. I mean, nothing is free, bro. There's nothing free. I don't think you can just get an account with Centerpoint for free. I mean, you have to have a $30,000 account minimum. So free is fucking ain't shit free. All right, SPY at lows again. That Apple, I would imagine, is coming back to lows too, right? Let's take a look at this flow here before we call it a day, folks. Uh, we got OSTK. They've been playing that thing a lot today. D-Dog. Some lottos on UPST again. Uh, I would bet that dip buyers are going to come out on Tesla and all this kind of stuff now. After all the put buying here, you got a bunch of buys on Penn. Looks like SPY back at lows here. I'm going to go ahead and cover out of my short calls that are premed out here and move down. But I got a pretty shitty book here because I missed that fucking Apple. So I got to go into protection mode here while I sit here and stomach some of the pain. Um, let's see. I'm gonna give it a second here before I fucking overhedge. Interesting on the XOM, they're holding up oil pretty well. Yeah, most names from yesterday's hype, they just kind of faded them all back off. The strongest name being the Spotify, of course. All right. Before we head out, let's take some questions. Remember, Wall Street Jesus is going to be joining us hopefully tomorrow. Um, and then we'll try to iron out some of Ranchero's. We'll try to iron out some of the blurriness on Ranchero's feed for tomorrow.
Get that resolution cracking.
Get the resolution going, and then we'll go from there. Anybody, any questions before we head out? Raj, we're getting good here. We're getting good. Once we iron that out, get your positions on there, we'll be good to go, man.
Yeah, man, it's fun.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Take care, and we will see you tomorrow.
Thanks, guys. Laid up.